Today, we're going to try and go from a rock and a torch to a basic 2x1 base without killing anybody, or at least using any of the loot that we get from killing anybody. So how are we going to be doing this? We're basically going to be running a few monuments, getting some gear, and then using that gear to trade what we need at Outpost and get the basic components to build a 2x1 base, at which point we're going to head over to the Serial Overdrive Rust Console Village and set up a base. I'm going to put code locks on that base, so any of you are more than welcome to grab that base. And for those wondering, it's taken me a few tries at this. So basically, the first try I did, I wasn't recording, so I just killed myself, restarted. The second try, I was running Dome, and I fell off the Dome, which was ridiculous. The third try, I was running 2 Outposts. I literally had over 5,000 stone, and someone shot me in the back. It was actually someone from the Rust Console Village, which is completely okay. I'm fair game. I'm not going to try and pull any favors because I'm some sort of content creator or anything like that. I'm not going to tell you who it is and get mad at them. Like, it sucked, but it happened. Fair game, because outside of the village, everyone is open to being shot. The reason I think that should be a thing is because what I don't want to do is create a Zerg. So that happened. It sucked, but that's sort of the name of the game. So let's heal up here. Let's use that first aid kit. Let's go ahead and recycle this just in case there's some components in here that we need. And also, let's check where we are on the map. So we're way over here. The village is all the way over here. So we basically got to run across the map through Outpost and over there. This actually works because on the way, we can probably make it through to Dome. We can hopefully farm up enough cloth that we can build ourselves everything that we need to run Dome without getting any radiation poisoning. And then from there, we recycle everything that we can at Outpost and go over and build our base. So let's drop in and let's do this. This is going to take a little bit longer than I was hoping because we've got to run across the map, but that's okay. It's going to give us a little bit more time to talk, get intimate. You're going to get familiar with me. And a lot of you probably just left the video because I said you're going to get intimate with me. But for those of you that stayed, that's a little awkward. Anyways, we're going to start off by picking up as much cloth as we can. We're going to be dropping some bags this time. So the goal is to do it without dying, because if you die, that's obviously not the fastest you could do it. And the reason we're going to be dropping bags is because otherwise people start complaining. People get upset with me because I don't drop bags. They say it's a horrible way to do a wipe, which I agree with. Like, if you're a new player, you shouldn't be spawning in and not dropping bags. Those are basically save points. The more save points you have, the more options you have when you die. The reason I wasn't doing it before was because my thought was, hey, I don't need to drop sleeping bags because the goal of this whole thing is to start from scratch and go to a 2x1 without dying. Because if you die, you're not doing it as fast. I already explained that. But since enough people complain, we're going to be doing it this time. That's how this works. This is a bit of a democracy in the sense that, you know, if you make fun of the president enough, he'll give in and do whatever you ask. I don't know if that's a good democracy, but it's what we've got. So yeah, moving forward, let's drop the table. I've already got that researched. Let's put on the ski mask and the wife beater, because this is the classic Serial Overdrive look. If you guys ever wonder what I look like in real life, think that and then run away. Anyways, a bad joke. So let's keep running along this roadside and see what we can find. Yeah, I was a bit annoyed because it was actually like the person that killed me. I knew who it was. I'm like, oh man, they got the jump on me. I was literally maybe like 2 steps from Outpost, at which point I would have been able to recycle everything. I would have been solid, but it didn't happen. They didn't revive me. They shot me in the head, and they took basically an inventory full of stuff, almost a full line of stone. And yeah, like, that's the thing about Rust. Like, when that happens, I get it. You do get salty. I'm like feeling it a little bit because I was like, oh, I really wanted to just film this video and get it out there, and, you know, the YouTube algorithm won't hurt me, but it is what it is. We're going to give this one more go. If this doesn't work, I'm probably not going to be getting this video out. I'm trying to do this like literally day of, so yeah, let's see. The reason behind that too, like, we can talk about this while we're running. The reason behind that's because what happens is if you don't put videos out enough, the YouTube algorithm starts to punish you. And then the next time you do put out a video, even if it's a really good one, it takes a little bit longer to take off. Not as many people see it. And it's just not as good of an experience. So I'm trying to keep the channel relevant by putting out videos like this and hopefully help people. Hopefully you're going to be able to learn something from this video. Even if you're a more veteran player, maybe there's going to be something I do, some jump I make or something like that that's going to you're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's the thing you can do. You're gonna either remember it, some like lost knowledge, or you're gonna gain something from it. So let's see how it goes. Maybe you're just getting entertained. If you are, I appreciate it. I appreciate you watching me instead of Game of Thrones, because you know, the ending I give you will at least be a little bit better than that. So let's keep going here. We're gonna be running through the cold, so it is what it is. I could at this point build pants and everything like that, but the reason I'm not doing that is because I don't know what I'm going to be able to loot from boxes. I'm going to avoid the scientists here. So scientists right now are shooting like lasers, and they just completely beam you. It's not worth running into them, which is sad. That's not how scientists should be. They shouldn't be able to shoot you from a mile away and hit every shot, but it feels like that's what they're doing, and if all I've got is this, I've got no chance. So we're just going to completely avoid those scientists, go right to train yard. We're going to run through it, but if we get some loot from there, I'm not going to complain. One thing too, like if you have a shotgun, scientists are super easy to kill. Just maybe like 1 hit to the head if you're close range, 2 if you're not. And it doesn't even need to be the head at that point. But if all you've got is melee weapons, if all you've got is like a bow and arrow, it's a lot harder to do. And sometimes I'd say it just isn't worth it. So keep that in mind. So let's just run through here. I don't have any of the cards to run this monument, so it doesn't really make sense to spend too much time here. Just hit the main points, get the main barrels, the main boxes, and then move on with it. So right now there's 30 people online. I checked, or at least there were 30 people online when I got on. So it's not a super busy time, but at the same time, the server's not completely dead. And what that means is it's very likely that we're going to have to pull some evasive maneuvers at some point. But we're not going to be tripping over people as we run. It's not nuts to butts right now, which is what you need if you're doing something like that. If it was like that, I'd have to be a lot more cautious. And then it wouldn't be a quick run. It would just be me sneaking around and trying to get the resources I need. If that was the case, I'd probably stick a lot closer to outposts and try and make it work like that. But since that's not the case, that's not what we're going to be doing. Oh, man. I did not realize I was getting radiation poisoning. That's ridiculous. This is one of the things I hate about radiation poisoning. They made it so silent that I can't hear it some of the time. And what that means is like I can't hear it over myself when I'm talking. Get radiation poisoning, don't even realize it, and then I'm going to die to radiation poisoning. We're going to keep running and see if we can't find some rad pills. That'll help me out. I should have checked, but I was just getting busy talking. I wasn't paying attention. And now probably everybody's watching like, how is Serial going to pull this one off? And if the video is posted, I probably pulled it off. Or I dropped down a bag and then respawned right there. That would be the smart move to make. But like I said, no respawns. We're not going to do that. That would be actually like the legitimately smart move would be to drop a sleeping bag and then die right next to the sleeping bag, respawn, and then you can grab everything from the bag. But that's not what we're going to do. Oh, I needed that like literally 2 seconds ago. And I didn't have it. So we're gonna create some bandages here because I think that's our only hope that we can out heal ourselves. So let's just keep running this and see if we can't make it. It's gonna be tight. Oh, here we go. Come on. No. So we can actually, what we can do, those of you who don't know, water actually does help with radiation. So if you watch when I'm drinking this, this is gonna clear the radiation. Some of it, at least. So see that the radiation poisoning goes down as I'm drinking the water. Right there, we're good, we're good. All right, so that was all we needed. Just a little bit of water. Now we've got to heal ourselves up, but that we can manage. Let's grab this. Gonna grab all the boxes we can. We're almost to outposts. This actually isn't too bad of a run. If we don't die. If we die, it's not the best run. I just looked. We're about 10 minutes in. So I think I could do better than this depending on where I spawn. But, you know, this isn't a terrible run, and this will give you guys an idea for what we're going at. And another Hazy suit. This is... Okay, this actually isn't a bad run now. We've gotten 2 Hazy suits, and we haven't even run a monument. That's... it's a lot better than usual. I have a theory, all right? And let's see. I think a lot of people are going to find this is the case. The deeper you get into a wipe, the better the loot you get. And I think the reason they do that is because they want to increase the amount of people, or they want to push people to sort of run monuments more and more as they get deeper into a wipe. So they play with the loot tables a little bit so that when you're deeper into a wipe, you're more likely to get better loot and you get that like dopamine hit just from running it. I don't know. What do you think? Am I completely crazy here, or is that a thing? Let me know. Let me know. Let's go ahead and let's grab one more box, and then we're going to run up here and see what we can do. We're definitely going to need to throw some stuff, but we're not going to worry about that yet. Also, right here, this would be my body from a last run. I'm pretty sure. Because I died here, like I said. I don't lie to you. Yeah, that was me. We're not going to grab anything, though. This is a one-run type thing. We're not going to bother with body bags. Not my body bags, at least. If it was someone else, maybe we do it. But since it's not, we're not going to do it. We're going to just run this monument and see what we can do. So I think that first box was looted by me. This was where I fell right here. So I'm going to crouch just to make sure I do it right. I was sitting here, and I said that, and then I started running, and then I went off a little bit. So I said that, and then I started talking, and basically I was running up there. It's something that I can usually do without any problems. I was busy talking. I wasn't paying attention, and I fell. So we didn't do that this time. And hopefully we're not going to do it coming down or anything like that. But let's see. You never know. That's what makes this exciting. You don't know. Maybe I did really bad on this video. I just got frustrated and decided to upload it anyways. And the title's a lie. Or maybe not. Anyways, let's keep going here. We're going to run dome, see what loot we can get. From there, we go to outpost. We get everything that we need, and we can go ahead and build our base. So basically, when it comes to building a base, you've got a few options. I could go ahead and I could try and buy a chainsaw and a jackhammer, and that would allow me to basically get all the farming gear that I need. And you can also get your low-grade fuel. And with that, you can just go ahead and farm up everything you need and go from there. Or you can go ahead and actually buy the actual resources. The advantage to buying the resources is then you don't need to make any noise. You don't have any risks of dying or anything like that. But the disadvantage being you only have a limited number of resources. Whereas if you buy the jackhammer and the chainsaw, you've got more of an infinite amount of resources. Or at least a fairly infinite amount of resources. Obviously, those will break at some point. But that's going to be a point way, way, way in the future. And the resources that you're going to buy probably won't be that sort of many. Anyways, let's keep going and see where this goes. So hopefully there should be some stuff up here. There is. And hopefully we're going to get some good loot. One thing I've got to do is just drop some stuff here. Let's go ahead and drop that. I'm not going to drop the wood yet. I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up dropping it, but let's see. The reason I'm not dropping the wood yet is because I know I'm going to need it anyways. Whereas the sulfur, I'm not going to need for this. Ooh, this is going to kill me, actually. I really don't want to recycle those because I need those for guns. I actually have a legitimate base, and I don't want to... man. I'm so tempted just to go back to my body and loot that scrap and call it a day, but I don't think I can do that. That would be cheating. And if there's one thing I don't do, it's cheat. If you guys have looked at my aim, you know that. There's never been anyone that's accused me of cheating. That's how bad I am. I take pride in it, maybe, possibly. I don't know. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's go ahead and jump up here. There we go. Let's go ahead and loot this last box, and then we're going to get out of here. Also, I should probably go ahead and make some more bandages. Okay, that's pretty good. So we've got a pistol now. It's not going to be enough to save me or anything like that. But sometimes if you've got a pistol, it just means you can fire off 1 or 2 shots, and that'll be enough to throw someone off. Maybe they'll back off of you, and then can make your escape. Make your great escape, as they say. Let's go ahead. Let's jump down here. Boom. I think I'm running the wrong way, but I'm going to grab this. And then we're going to check. Definitely running the wrong way. All right, so let's run to Outpost and see what we can do. Should I grab anything from here? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to cheat. It's not what we're about. It's tempting. I really want to, but I'm not going to do it. Oh, I don't know why I'm supposed to be running, and then I just all right, whatever. Little controller issues there. It's okay. So yeah, for those of you, you might not, you're probably going to believe it. I'm a little bit rusty right now. I've been playing a little bit more Call of Duty and a little bit less Rust. And by that, I mean, I've mostly been playing Call of Duty. It just came out. I really like Call of Duty. I've been a fan of the game since I was a kid. So, like, gotta get a little bit into it, right? But that means like some of my skills have gone to the wayside, I'd say. All right, so we're running down here. Not seeing anything. The other thing I'm noticing though is, okay, I was gonna say some of this stuff is looted, but I don't know if that's the case. It might not be. I always look to see if the street's been looted, because if it has, that means there might be someone up ahead of me. And if it hasn't, that means there's always a chance that someone's going to be looting it, but at least your odds are a little bit better that you're sort of on your own here. Let's go run into Outpost. At this point, we should be safe. I said that last time too. I literally said at this point we should be safe, and then someone lit me up from behind. But at this point, we're safe. We are 100% safe. So let's go ahead. Let's recycle that stuff. Let's figure out what we want to do with the scrap. We've got to see how much we've got. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and build our 2x1 near the village. And I'm going to put key codes on it, your key locks on it. So whoever's seeing this video, feel free to take that. I don't know what the lock codes are going to be yet, but when I do know at the end of this video, you will know too. So if you're one of the first people watching this video, head over there and, well, maybe claim a base. Also, I say I don't know what the codes are going to be, but if we're being honest, we can probably guess what the codes are going to be. I'd like to say they won't be like 6969, but there's a very high possibility that's going to be the code. And if that's not the code, it's probably going to be 1337. Shout out to anyone who knows that reference. It's a bit of an older one, but hopefully a few of you still understand that. I've got a lot of these. I've got a lot of rifle bodies, so I'm going to recycle that. This, though, SMG bodies, I don't have many of. And I actually do like using the MP5, so I'm going to keep those on me. It's a little bit of a cheat to keep this in the springs on me. But I think I should have enough resources that I won't need anything from this. So we should be okay. Let's go ahead and recycle all that. So look at that. We've already got 314 scrap. I'd say this is a pretty successful scrap run. One thing we're also going to be doing is going ahead and creating a shotgun. The reason for that is that gives you quite a bit of protection. Actually, I don't even need to do the pants. I can just keep those. This is more than enough cloth to create whatever I need. So you can see right there, look at those metal fragments. We've already got 600 metal fragments. So this is a pretty solid loot right here, I'd say. Let's go ahead and do a few more things here. Let's do that. We can do that, why not? Yeah, we'll recycle all that. So yeah, we've almost got 400 scrap off of a very quick run. So like for those of you who don't think this is like a viable method, obviously it is. We're gonna be able to buy more than enough stuff. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do two things. First off, I'm gonna buy a jackhammer because I need a jackhammer that's gonna make things a lot easier. And then I'm gonna go buy all the resources I need anyway. So the jackhammer is just gonna be like a nice little extra in case I need more. But I still want to buy the resources just to make things faster. Also, at this point, I've been on this server for a couple wipes, so I have all the blueprints that I'm likely going to ever need. So let's go ahead and buy that. 150 scrap. If you look at this, the chainsaw, we can actually buy the chainsaw too. Why not? Chainsaw's 125 scrap, so that's not bad. For literally like, what would that be? 275 scrap. We've got everything that we need to be sort of a top tier farmer. And that was basically one run of Dome that you get all of that. So that's a really good method, I think. Now let's go ahead and see what we can buy here. So I don't think I'm going to be able to buy as much, but that's okay. We do need some fuel. Let's go ahead and buy that. Also, if you wanted to buy a furnace, you could just buy another 50 here, or let's say 100. You can use those to craft your sort of furnaces. But what else do we need? So we need wood and we need stone. So I'll buy 3 wood. Yeah, I think we're going to have to buy all the wood and then we're going to go and farm the stone. Hopefully we're going to be able to get enough. Let's run over here. Let's create that shotgun real quick. What we're going to do is a shotgun and an Eoka. We can just use the bullet from the Eoka for the shotgun. And then in addition to that, do we have enough left for doors? That we do. So let's go ahead and create 2 doors. And in addition to that, let's go ahead and create those code locks. There you go. So you're going to be able to get into the base, fair and square. Put that up there. It's not going to have much upkeep, but that's okay. So now, Now comes the hard part, okay? We've got some noisy mining to do. And this area is going to be fairly populated because there's a village just around the corner. So let's see what we can do. I'm going to go into these hills and see if I can't just stealthily mine something. The other problem too is maybe people have already done this. So if you're worried about resource scarcity, one of the things you can do is just go ahead and buy those resources. Again, that might have been the smart move to make, but I wanted to try something a little bit different. So we didn't go ahead and buy those resources. You go ahead and try and mine them. Question is, where can we find some stone nodes? There should be some here, but I'm not seeing any. Literally, the last run before this where I was shot in the back, I had like about a row of stone. It was just super easy to find, and this run, there's nothing. So that's a complication, but it's okay. Generally, you're going to find stone nodes in the mountains. That's why I'm looking up here, but it looks like these mountains are bare. So let's keep running off to the right here. I see some stuff over here. Maybe that'll do it. So what we do want to do is unload this gun. And load this one up. So these are just tricks that you can use to actually get started, right? Like you can see exactly what I did there. The Eoka was a little bit of overkill just to craft that, but I like the fact that now I've got a fully, a shotgun with 2 shells in it, which should be enough. A shotgun with 2 shells, and then that pistol should be enough. All right, here we go, stone nodes. It's 1 stone node down. I'm not going to bother with the metal nodes right now. Just looking for stone. We don't want to make too much noise here. There's always people with their headphones like turned all the way up just listening, trying to get those kills. Especially by this village because they know there's a lot of people here. I don't think I went over it in this video, but basically the way the village has had a huge influx of people. So a few people started posting on different Facebook groups and all of that for the console version of Rust, like, hey, join this village. And in one day, we got over 50 people joining. It was insanity. Not going to lie, there were a lot of trolls. There were some issues around that, but we managed to work all those things out. And now we've got a pretty solid community here. And my stone just went overflowing there. That's okay, though. Let's throw the Eoka. Let's throw this, too. So we should be good with that. I'm going to go ahead and build that TC because that's something that we should do. Just run around and see if we can't find stone nodes that we can use. There we go. I think this is probably enough stone. We got about 3K. I'm still just going to keep running because it doesn't hurt to have a little bit of extra stone. I mean, yeah. If I get killed running around looking for stone, I guess it does hurt, but hopefully that won't happen. Also, I should heal up. I just realized I forgot to do that. There's probably a few people that are screaming at their screen right now. It's hard to talk and do things at the same time, and that's where you start forgetting things. For those of you who are wondering why that happens. And we're losing stone again, aren't we? All right, let's just drop this. Let's go ahead and throw some stuff on the ground. What can we throw here? A lot of this stuff I actually do want to keep. That's the thing. The arrows, that's for sure. It's an easy one. All right, I think we're good. We're going to head back. We're already tossing things to the ground. There's no reason for me to sit here and try and mine more stone. There we go. Got rid of that low grade by filling up the chainsaw. Got 1 slot open here. We should be good. We should be good. We're going to go ahead and build what we need. What I might have to do is toss the green. Oh, no, actually, here we go. We'll just use those up, and then we should be good. Then we'll be building our base. So where are we going to build the base, you ask? Again, I think I mentioned this, but the island is completely filled with people right now, so we're just going to build it on the outskirts. And like I said, anyone's welcome to come by that island and steal the base. You're going to see the key codes in just a few seconds when I get it built. But yeah, let's go. So yeah, we've got, what do we have here? We've got about, did I hear someone shooting? No. We got about 2,000 stone, which isn't too bad. Or 2,000 wood, which isn't too bad. And a lot more stone. There used to be a bridge right here, but it looks like it's gone. So I'm going to take the main bridge to the island. So let's run along here. So there's a main bridge that goes to the island, and then there used to be a bridge up here, but I'm not seeing it right now. So it might have decayed. It's hard to upkeep this. If you look at these walls, that is a ton of upkeep. If I'm being 100% honest, I have not donated nearly enough stone to it. So, yeah, those guys are really killing it. All right, we got a deer here. That's not something I need to worry about. I think we have some boars up there, though. Those I'm not, like, thrilled about, so we'll just try and run around them. Last thing I want to do is die to a wild mob right before I build my base. Actually, I don't even know if I know the door codes to this base right here, if I'm being honest right now. I was just thinking about it. I think they keep changing the codes because we keep getting trolls from that huge influx on Facebook. And if I don't know the codes, I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to build. Maybe we'll just build out in the water next to it or something. I don't know. Is this thing going to attack me? It is. All right. I don't want to make any noise, so I'm just going to... Okay, that works. Cool, cool. Get around these boars. There's so many of them guarding this place. I think they travel. What do they travel? They travel west to east. Is that it? So that's why there's so many. Okay, I still know the code to this door at least. Let's go ahead and close that. Now let's go through these doors. Let's see if we got them. Ooh, all right. I guess the codes did not end up changing. So that works. That works. I thought they changed since I last came on, but looks like we're good. A lot of green key cards there. So you can see this is a bridge that connects the village or the island to the mainland, which is very nice. It's like fully upgraded too. Well, not fully upgraded, but it's got walls and it's got covering on it, which is really nice because it makes it a lot harder for someone to come and camp. The only way people camp is if they get the codes, and that's one of the reasons why it's a little bit harder now to get the codes than it used to be. So yeah, if you don't have the codes, you're gonna have to like swim over or well, you're gonna have to figure out your way to get over. Uh-oh. I've got to check my code real quick. 1 second, folks. There should be some codes here. Like, I'm pretty sure someone sent me the codes. Okay, let me try this. I'm going to have to, like, hide this. Because this isn't something that I did. Okay, I don't have to hide that. I don't know what the codes are. Well, this is awkward. All right. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to build a base at the base of the bridge. Because we can't get through that door, and I'm not going to go ahead and look through the codes. They keep changing on me, and probably if I enter them now and then I go and make this video and then I've got to go off and I've got to go to sleep and then I've got work, and by the time I get back on, the codes are probably going to have changed again. So we're not going to even bother with that. We're just going to run through here and build our little base off to the side. Because why not, right? So I was going to censor the code that I tried, but that was an old code that's no longer in use, so it doesn't really matter if anyone knows it. I could just follow him. Tempted. Should we do it? Nah, I won't be able to catch him. All right. Here's what we'll do. We'll do something a little bit different with this. We'll build a base like... We'll build the base just a little bit off to the side. We'll cover this boat too. And what that'll do is that'll give us a little boat base. Or at least something that we could turn into a little boat base. So if you end up taking this base, what that means is you can go ahead and turn this into a boat base. Also, the unfortunate part about this is it means that we're out in the open just a little bit longer. So we're going to have to be a little fast with this build. Hopefully you think this is fast. I don't know. Oops, I got the doors wrong, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Whatever, it's okay. Why can't I set the code, though? That's another question. Oh, there we go. And we're going to go with the classic here. And there we go. Now that we've got that set, we're a little bit safer in here. So let's go ahead and upgrade this. Upgrade that. Upgrade that. Actually, we've got more than enough resources left. So let's go ahead and put that ceiling in. I'm not going to put any code lock on the TC, so whoever comes in here can just take it. Let's go ahead and put those last doors in. And it looks like one of the key locks actually got tossed, didn't it? I don't have enough resources to build another key lock. That's okay. I'm just going to put a door on. Whoever takes this can put the key lock on. If I wanted to, I could easily build a lock. You can obviously see I've got more than enough wood for that. But yeah, there you go. That's a basic base, if you will. We pretty much started from very little, and now we're here. So let's go ahead and let's put in a furnace. In addition to that, we're going to put in a nice little storage box. Just a small one, if you will. And yeah, that's going to be enough resources. So whoever gets this base, they're going to have something that sort of works, right? There you go. It'll work for 15 hours. I don't know if this base... I think this base is still going to be around for... Like, I think this video is going to launch within 15 hours. So you should be able to jump on and get to the base and claim it if that's something you want to do. But yeah, let's just go ahead and drop down a furnace and a small box. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. This took way longer than I expected it to. Honestly, this was something I was hoping I could do in 10 minutes, but ran into some technical difficulties with some of the runs that were more successful. And this run just, it wasn't as good as it could have been. So, we'll have to try again. But yeah, that is that. So thank you so much for watching. And I'm just throwing these in so you know exactly what you're going to get. You can see it in the video. All right. That's everything you're going to get. Everything else I'm keeping for myself. I'm going to be greedy about it. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Until next time. Peace.